Welcome to the local news. I'm Susan Maynard, and here are the headlines for stories making the news on Saturday, October 11th, 2014. Festivities and reflection on Day of the Maroons, 90-year Salvation Army in Suriname, government apparatus professionalized. Details of these and other stories as your local news begins now. The celebration of Day of Maroons yesterday was not only one of celebrations, but even more of reflection. So said several prominent Maroons. On this day, the descendants of this group commemorate the peace treaties that their ancestors signed on October 10, 1760 with the colonial government. In comparison to a number of decades ago, the position of this group greatly improved according to some descendants. According to the latest figures from the General Census, this is the third largest ethnic group in Suriname. The activities for commemoration of this day started with a libation at the New Combe and on the square of October 10th. After the libation, the group left for the SMS Pier, where they left in a so-called Poloboto for the confluence of the Comowena and Suriname River. There, a tribute was brought to those who were thrown overboard during the shipping to Suriname. This was accompanied with music and dance. In 2010, the Day of the Maroons was proclaimed a national holiday by President Desi Bouterse. And in the village of Vanhati along the Kotika River, the Day of Maroons was also celebrated. Among the guests were Edward Belfort, the Minister of Justice and Police, MP Ronnie Brunswijk, and Ambassador Fidelia Grant Galong. It is the first time that this day is celebrated in this Maroon village. Prior to the memorial, the day was dedicated to the ancestors for their fight. Then, the most important event of the day, the Apinti Drong, was played, followed by the planned activities including the Luntu Kondre and Poloboto. For both visitors and villagers, it was an honor to recall this special day this year. A cultural recreation park in Vanhati was also opened. There were also the necessary speeches of dignitaries. The theme of the commemoration this year was Bribi, or Fate. Yesterday, it was 90 years ago that the Salvation Army settled in Suriname. Nurse Henrietta Alvarez took it upon herself to establish the Salvation Army Church in Suriname. Now there are 700 registered members and 3 churches. The Salvation Army is also managing the children's home Ramot, the home for the elderly Emma Huis, a social center, apartment house Elim, thrift shops, and the Gijsberta Youth Center. This youth center was officially opened yesterday in connection with the 90th anniversary of the denomination. The center will provide ICT, photography, and music training for young people. For a small fee, young people can receive these trainings. The headquarters of the Salvation Army will also have an office in the building. Other activities associated with this joyful event is a conference, a walk, and a concert. An annual activity of the church is the Christmas Parcels campaign. Furthermore, people can visit daily for help and advice. Public administrations is now more professional with the completion of a post-bachelor strategic human resource manager HR study by 30 officials from various ministries and the Office of the Vice President. So says Edmund Leilis, Minister of Home Affairs. The training lasted a year and was intended for workers engaged with the HR and personnel affairs in the ministries. The purpose of this course is to give the government officials new insights and concepts. Earl Tacario, Deputy Director of Personnel of the Ministry of Home Affairs, said at the graduation ceremony that this training was initiated last year by the ministry regarding the quality of the civil service. Minister Leilis said that there is a need for more programs within the government apparatus. Working on a strong government apparatus is slowly but surely gaining momentum, says the minister. Of the 118 who have registered, 30 participants were selected. This program is a collaboration between the Erasmus University in the Netherlands and the Ministry of the Interior. That concludes our local news for today. We'll be back on Tuesday.